On December the 27th, 2024, South Korea witnessed a dramatic escalation in political unrest. Thousands of anti-Yoon protesters took to the streets near President Yoon Suk-yeol's residence in Seoul, calling for his immediate resignation. The latest outburst of political fury follows the impeachment of acting President Han Duck-soo, who was removed from office after his refusal to appoint 3 justices to the Constitutional Court. Protesters waved light sticks and held banners, some reading "Arrest Yoon Suk-yeol and Impeachment." The rally was a display of growing frustration with the political status quo, as many see the impeached Han Duck-soo as a puppet of Yoon, the ousted president, who had sparked the unrest after declaring martial law earlier this month. These protests come at a critical time for South Korea. The Constitutional Court is set to decide whether to reinstate Yoon or remove him permanently, with a decision expected in the coming months. If the court removes him, Prime Minister Choi Sang-mok will take on the role of acting president. But if tensions between the acting president and opposition parties continue, his position may also be at risk. As South Korea navigates this turbulent political landscape, the future of its leadership remains uncertain, and so does the nation's relationship with its global allies. On December the 27th, 2024, a topless female activist made a bold attempt to snatch the baby Jesus figurine from the Vatican's nativity scene in St. Peter's Square. The protest, quickly interrupted by security, was part of a campaign to highlight Russia's alleged abduction of over 700,000 Ukrainian children. The feminist group expressed frustration over the lack of action from Pope Francis and international institutions, urging them to address the issue. The activist was swiftly tackled and escorted away by security. This provocative act marks the latest in a series of high-profile protests by female. Celebrations erupted in the Syrian city of Daraa, marking the fall of Bashar al-Assad's regime. Hundreds gathered at Al-Amari Mosque for Friday prayers before marching to March 18 Square, a site now symbolic of Syria's 2011 uprising. Waving the flag of Syria's new ruling body, they celebrated the end of over 13 years of brutal civil war and oppression under Assad's rule. Saouria al-Tabi, a local resident, shared her joy, calling it a historic day of freedom. "We felt freedom for the first time," she said. The Islamist group Haytara al-Sham played a crucial role in ousting Assad from power, seizing control of Damascus on December the 8th and forcing the longtime dictator to flee. For the first time in years, Syrians were able to celebrate the promise of a new future. This day marks a significant turning point in Syria's struggle for peace and freedom. In 2025, a series of lawsuits could shape the future of artificial intelligence. Content creators from authors and news outlets to musicians and visual artists are suing tech giants like OpenAI, Meta Platforms, and Anthropic. They accuse these companies of using their work to train AI models without permission or compensation. The legal question at stake: does using copyrighted material to train AI systems constitute fair use? If the courts side with the tech companies, it could set a precedent that strengthens the AI industry's position. However, copyright owners argue that their work is being exploited, threatening their livelihoods. High-profile cases, including a dispute between Thomson Reuters and Ross Intelligence, could provide a glimpse into how courts will rule. With multiple rounds of appeals expected, these lawsuits will likely have far-reaching consequences for the future of AI technology and its role in content creation. After Manchester United's tough 2-0 loss to Wolverhampton Wanderers, manager Ruben Amorim remains committed to taking it one day at a time. With United sitting 14th in the Premier League, Amorim knows there's much to improve both on and off the pitch. "We have to focus on each game and use every minute to improve," he said. Despite the team's recent struggles, Amorim is determined to build a new style of play, understanding that change takes time. "It's hard for the players and staff," he admitted. "But we have to continue, stay focused, and believe in the process." Looking ahead, Manchester United will host Newcastle United and then travel to Liverpool, hoping to turn their fortunes around with Amorim's day-by-day approach.